Why did the fart go to school? Because it wanted to be a smart gas. Farts are like children, proud of yours but disgusted by others. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything, even farts. Happiness comes from within. That's why it feels so good to fart. What do you call a sleepwalking nun? A Roman Catholic. Why does Santa have such a big sack? Because he only comes once a year. Why did the sperm cross the road? Because I put on the wrong sock this morning. What do you call someone who refuses to fart in public? A private tutor. Why don't we ever see sex in movies about fish? Because fish never come out of the sea. What's the difference between your boyfriend and a condom? Condoms have evolved. They're not thick and insensitive anymore. Why did the man with a tiny penis get a job at the bakery? So he could learn how to make his dough rise. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything, just like my ex about his size. What's the best thing about a blowjob? 10 minutes of silence. Why do dogs lick their balls? Because they can't make a fist. Why don't vegetarians moan during sex? They don't want to admit that a piece of meat can make them happy. What's the difference between your wife and your job? After 5 years, your job will still suck. My dad always told me to follow my dreams. So I went back to bed. Hey folks, listen up. So last week during a fancy dinner party, I accidentally let out a fart louder than a foghorn. The room went silent. My buddy whispers, "Dude, did you just announce dinner?" I swear I could have sunk into the floor faster than my fart cleared the room. Okay, you won't believe this one. I'm at the gym, hitting the weights hard. Mid-squat, I feel a rumble in my stomach like a volcanic eruption. I thought, no way. But yep, it happened. I let out a grunt that echoed through the gym. Coach says, "Nice form, but maybe lay off the protein shakes." Cue the embarrassment. Alright, so I'm at the DMV, waiting forever, right? Suddenly, this guy behind me lets out a fart so loud I swear it registered on the Richter scale. People are staring and he just shrugs and says, "Sorry, beans for breakfast." Classic. Last night, at a fancy restaurant, I had a date with a girl I've been crushing on forever. Everything's perfect until I accidentally spill wine all over her lap. I swear, she looked like she'd peed herself. Smooth move, troll, smooth move. I once tried to impress my crush by doing a backflip at a party. Ended up face planting into the punch bowl. The punch tasted like chlorine, and my pride tasted like regret. So I'm at a fancy dinner party and I let out this massive fart. The dude next to me asks if I sat on a trumpet. I said, "Nah, just tuning my ass orchestra." The looks on their faces were priceless. Ever tried to impress someone with your cooking skills? I did, but the garlic bread came out rock hard. My date tried to bite it and almost chipped a tooth. She said, "Is this your way of saying you're hard to get?" I once sent a sext to my mom instead of my girlfriend. I was mortified when she replied, "I think you meant to send this to someone else, dear." Thanksgiving dinner was extra awkward that year. During a business meeting, I was presenting when my pants ripped right down the middle. I tried to cover it up with a joke. Looks like my presentation just got a lot cheekier. Ever had to fart during sex? I did, and it was a loud one. My partner paused and said, "Did you just blow a gasket?" I replied, "Just adding some bass to our performance." At a wedding, I got drunk and gave a speech about the groom's wild bachelor party. Let's just say, his mother wasn't too thrilled to hear about the stripper named Candy. I farted during a massage and the masseuse said, "I guess we're releasing all kinds of tension today." I tried to be sexy and talk dirty, but ended up saying, "Do you like that, baby?" in my Batman voice. My partner couldn't stop laughing. I tried talking dirty in bed and accidentally called my partner's penis Pikachu. He replied, "Well, I do have the power to shock you." I walked in on my roommate masturbating with a cucumber. I couldn't stop laughing and said, "Is that for salad later?" I tried to spice things up by buying a dildo, but my dog found it first and started playing fetch with it in front of my parents. During sex, I whispered to my girlfriend, "You're hotter than my mom's lasagna," and she couldn't stop laughing. I tried to be romantic and said, "Your boobs are like melons." But she replied, "Thanks, but these melons are expensive." My girlfriend asked if I could handle her, and I replied, "I can handle a triple bacon cheeseburger, so bring it on." I told my buddy I lost my virginity, and he said, "To a real person this time." I accidentally called my girlfriend's vagina the Bermuda Triangle, and she said, "Then prepare to get lost." My buddies say their moms are like angels. I'm thinking my mom must be a paratrooper because every time I screw up, she lands on me screaming so loud the whole neighborhood hears. And always with her classic line, "Troll, did you mess up this cave again?" I mean, I just got lost in the pile of socks. You ever notice how silent farts are the deadliest? I let one rip at the Troll Council meeting last week. I thought it was going to be quiet, but it smelled like a dead goblin. Everyone was looking around, and I just blamed it on the goblin stew we had for lunch. Classic misdirection.